When we moved here, like, I think everyone was really shocked because it just happened so fast, and all of a sudden we were like, oh, we just bought a house. And so people were like, oh, like, who did you work with? Who did you work with?
I met Shady through common friends. I didn't know any realtor in Ottawa. I've never looked, but Shady was a friend, so obviously I want to trust him and go with him.
He's really cool. He's a chill guy, easygoing, knowledgeable, and like no nonsense. He knows what he's talking about, but he's not going to be there pestering you about doing something that you're not comfortable with. Any realtor I've worked with has never been so entrenched in like the entire process and like always available. I just had a lot of questions about everything. And so like he was always answering my texts, always answering my calls. I always felt like I was being a bit of a pain in the neck, but he was like, whatever you need, like just let me know. And
the first time we came here was not a formal process. We just like,
it was like, let's kill an hour and go look at a house. And then he called Shady and said, oh yeah, we're just gonna go check out this house. And Shady like pretty much dropped everything and came and met us here. And
I love this house from the beginning. Adam came in, he was like, I hate this house. I never wanna go in this house and I don't wanna even like tour the house. It's too small, it's this and that.
Yeah, I stood at the front door like.
I always wanted to renovate a house and buy a older home, but I knew this would be easier and it would be much better for our marriage if we were able to have a house that was move-in ready.
The two of us were just on such different pages. Like I was like, let's just tear everything out and move the kitchen here. And he's like, you can't do that. And Shady was like, the more I think about it, I think you guys can be really happy in that like new build in Old Ottawa East. He's like, why don't we go back and check it out? And
Adam was reluctant when we came back here because he was like, I don't like this house, why are we going back?
But like that's when like Shady was like, well, let's go walk around the neighborhood. We had coffee. It wasn't just about like the house, like he really sold kind of the lifestyle of living here. He talked a lot about just like the investment possibilities here and how the neighborhood's really up and coming. And for me, for someone who didn't know anything about the area, he really did a good job at like selling it to us.
I liked the fact that there was no pressure and this house was over our limit at the beginning. So Shady was very helpful and obviously the negotiation and bringing it down. It was more in our price range. So that was also great.
From the time we decided, okay, let's go for it to like the move-in date, it was, I think 3 weeks. So it was such a fast process and like our jobs are very demanding, take up a lot of our time. And so to go through a process like that in 3 weeks, like Shady was a big help for that. And like the day we moved in, he came with like a bottle of champagne and toasted us in the kitchen. I've had realtors that kind of just disappear after you sign the papers and like they've been around for the last 2 years, like always checking in on us. And it was a really nice process the entire way through. And like now we have a really good friend out of it too, which is always nice.
Yeah.